So I'm not an atheist. If you're an atheist, you really need to look at this world and ask yourself, how the fuck is this all possible? If you honestly are an atheist, this is a simulation. Something way above us created this simulation, and there's most likely evil deities that are running this whole damn simulation. So now that I've explained the very basis, let's go into the real bones of it. Here's what it is. I personally believe that we're pretty much slaves. All of us are energetic slaves, because it doesn't matter if you're an insect, an animal, or a human. You need to do two things. You need to drink water, and water is the matrix's blood. Everything has to drink water. And two, everything has to sleep. When you sleep, you leap. Where are you leaping? The dream world. Now that that part is established, what are we doing here? Well, see, there's a lot of NPCs, and this doesn't really concern them. But to the people with souls, and I'm assuming a lot of people with souls are actually my followers. I mean, I don't think there's more than 144 million people with souls on this planet. I really don't. I think the rest are NPCs, and that means, yes, a lot of people are NPCs. But if you're gravitating towards me and this type of information, not even me, just the type of information, then most likely there's something in you. Doesn't mean everyone listening has it. And I can't go through the list and give you the reasons how you can tell if someone's an NPC, but one way I will give you, if red is their favorite color, that's a good sign that someone's an NPC. Now, is it 100% sure? No. Just like if I tell you a single mother is going to be in poverty 75% of the time, but 25% of the time she's not. So you can't say 100%. That's a tell. If you see someone with a fucked up voice, talking with the list, looking all fucked up with the color red all around them, yeah, pretty good chance that's an NPC. And NPC, basically soulless person, organic portal, whatever you want to call it. So I believe that the people with souls basically can create energy within this simulation. And how do you create that? With emotion. And that would make sense since the people, since the number or the master number that is most out there is number 11. Because you got to remember, 22s and 33s, that's extremely rare. Not that many 22s and 33s in the world. 11s, a lot of those. Quite a few 11s in the world. Now, they're all master numbers, and they're all old souls, but the 11s are the most emotional. So yeah, when it comes down to it, this whole matrix is designed to get emotional energy out of us. And when you have emotional energy in a soul, you can actually store that emotional energy within your auras, well, not within your auras, but within your chakras to a point, depending on how open they are. And then when you go to sleep, this deity feeds on us. It feeds on our emotional energy. Now, you might say, yo, dude, you're fucking crazy. This shit sounds fucked up. Well, ask yourself, have I not proved that this is a virtual reality? Have I not proved that numerology and astrology work? The only reason stuff like that could work is because this is a virtual reality. So if we have established this is a virtual reality, how crazy is that? What I'm actually saying is, I don't think it's that far off if you actually think about it. What evidence does anyone have that this deity or deities in charge of this planet is actually benevolent? I'm curious. And again, when I open up these lines, come on in here and tell me what evidence you have. Not that he's real. Again, we've established that he's real. What evidence do you have that he is benevolent? Because I don't believe he is, or it is. Excuse me. I don't mean to say God is, a man. That's definitely not the case. It's probably a hermaphrodite or something like that. Something in between. If you look at God, G, gender G, so it'd probably be neutral. So if I say stuff like that, it's just a figure of speech. I want people to understand that. But this deity, and now I'm going to give you evidence, and this is going to make sense for the people with souls. I'm going to give you evidence of how this works. There's all something out there we all want. Every one of us. And if you're a girl listening, you probably thought you found a guy. All this, you think he's perfect, then boom, something out the fucking blue happens. You had all that hope, and then it turns all sour. And it happens over and over. And it just doesn't make sense. Or you're a guy, and you're guaranteed that fucking promotion. And every fucking time something happens out the blue to make sure you don't get it. Some NPC gets it, but not you. I can give you numerous examples, but the Matrix hits us all in different ways because there's all things we want. You're a mother. You want to be a mother. You got all your hopes, and this is what you want. This is the one thing you always wanted, and you have miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. Yeah, there's gonna be some science to explain it, but at the end of the day, the math doesn't make sense. And everyone listening right now knows of situations like that. And again, I told you, if you have a soul, this shit's going to hit you. Because what I'm going to say is going to give you goosebumps right now because you know it's real. Happy 11 day. This is what this Matrix is. Again, you want to acknowledge the Matrix? Fine, I acknowledge it. It's an all-powerful deity, or maybe deities. I acknowledge. I don't disagree. Whatever you want to call it. Ra, El, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it. There's multiple gods, in my opinion, but if you want to argue with that, whatever. Some more powerful than others. And you might tell me that there's an all-powerful God somewhere who's in control of everything. You know what? You might be right. But in this virtual reality, in this realm, that thing is not interfering. And whatever is in charge of this realm is not benevolent at all. At all. Whatever it is in your life, it's going to come after you. It's going to give you false hope. There's nothing more dangerous in this world than false hope. Ooh, that gets people. Oh, remember this cue? Don't worry. Trust the plan. False hope. The elite live on false hope. You know, during the Russian Revolution, from 1917 to 1922, when the communists actually won, in the conservative capitalist areas, they were still for the monarchy and the Romanovs to a point. Those people always had propaganda from the other side that told them, don't worry. They told the people in the villages, Don't worry. There's a plan. We're going to defeat these communists. Chill. Don't do anything. False hope. You remember 2020? Oh, we're going to overturn this election. It's going to happen. These people are going to be arrested. They're going to be thrown in Guantanamo Bay. They've already been arrested. You heard it all. Q was a psyop. False hope. And that's what this deity does. It gives us all false hope so it can feed off our emotional energy. Now, I've gotten a lot better over the years. Because, when I was younger, I used to, you guys think I have a big ego now. When I was younger, I was like, whoa, I'm the only one who knows how to do this. Remember, I had no students. I didn't tell anyone about this stuff. I was just doing this by myself. I'd just go in the elevator, just fuck with people. What's your birthday? Blah, blah, blah. How'd you know this? Because no one could do this at the time, at least at my level. Still, they can't do this at my level. So I was like, wow, but I didn't quite get at that point that this was a matrix. I just like, oh, okay, this stuff works. Who really cares why? I mean, I cared, but I didn't really delve into it. Then after I started looking at things and I started seeing patterns of talking to people where they would have baby mamas with their enemy sign or things like that. And it was always the same thing. This hot broad or this attractive man came and it was all good, and then boom. And having a child with your enemy sign, well, it's just going to fuck you up your whole life. But think about how much emotional energy you can suck out of a relationship like that if you're a deity. So if you're a deity, you're trying to set stuff like that up. You're trying to make sure, if you're a goat, let's make sure that Toyota, appears at his next door neighbor's house and just how so happens to be for sale. Just to make sure he's in his enemy sign, so maybe he gets in an accident, and that causes emotional energy. This is what this numerology and astrology stuff is so good for. It makes you avoid those matrix traps. To a point. Now, the deity is still going to get us whatever way he wants. But if you can avoid little landmines over here and there, makes your life a little bit smoother. Knowledge is the only defense us plebs have. And again, I want to make this abundantly clear because people think I have some messiah complex or something. I want to repeat this one more time. I am nothing, absolutely nothing compared to whatever this deity is. If I'm special, maybe I'm more special than people on this planet. But compared to what the hell is going on out there, I am nothing. And it's a damn shame that I'm always the smartest person in the room. I'm not saying that in a cocky manner. It's a damn shame that it's me. Because if that's the case, and honestly, when it comes to this type of information, that's what it seems it is, we in a lot of trouble. We really are. Okay, because I ain't no saint, I ain't no savior. I'm just here on the planet to wake people up. See, that's my mission in life. That's not a mission I chose. That was the mission that was given to me. God help knows why the fuck I accepted this shit. What the hell do I need this stress for? I mean, I really don't need it, but for some reason, I have to help accelerate the process of waking my fellow people with souls up. That's what I do. This information, whether you're in GG33 or not. Now, if you're in GG33, you obviously know a lot more about the Matrix than most, including most of the elite. Then again, the top of the elite, what do you think? They don't know everything ever released on the internet? Of course they do. Of course they do. I remember I was doing a special reading with somebody, and they had equipment because they worked for the people in intelligence, and they wanted to see where my line was being tapped to, and it went straight to Langley. And if people know where Langley is, then you understand what I'm talking about. If not, you got some research to do. knowledge is the only thing that will give us a fighting chance to avoid those landmines in the Matrix. Now, sometimes you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Sometimes the Matrix sets you up like it set me up. I'll tell you exactly how it set me up from the very, very beginning. I'm a snake, and I'm born in Ohio, which is my enemy state. Now, there's not that many pig states in America, okay? I just happen to be born in one of them because I'm a snake. Okay. You would not believe the opposition I faced in Cleveland, Ohio. Literally waking up in the morning in 2006 before all these Twitters and all these Facebooks got real hot. Even before that, 2004, 2005. And literally having the top talk show hosts of that city taking shots at me, doing parody, doing trolls of me. And I wouldn't even be allowed to defend myself because I couldn't call in. I would go on a show called the Mike Trevisano Show. You guys can look it up. He passed away, ironically, because he took the booster when I told him not to a week after. Damn, sucks. And this man let me on his radio station, and he was the top guy in Ohio. Literally Ohio, he was the top guy. And whenever he didn't want to do any prep work, whenever he didn't feel like doing anything, he would just call me in studio because he knew I could run my mouth for 3 hours nonstop. So that's where I got really good at this stuff, because I was basically the go-to guy for the top guy in Ohio. But all the other radio stations, all the other hosts would basically just take shots at me 24/7. It is what it is. I was a local celebrity in Cleveland. I was voted in the top 10 name recognition by the Cleveland Plain Dealer or something like that. I mean, hell, I work for them, so maybe that's why they did it. That's before the Cleveland people got me fired for saying LeBron was going to leave for the Heat. A whole nother story. Okay. I hate these damn motorcycles, man. There should be some kind of noise ordinance against this bullshit. It is what it is. And there you go. Keep making noise. I swear to God, it's the same motherfucker who does this every fucking night at about 1, 2 o'clock. He takes his fucking motorcycle. And right now, listen, it's real quiet. Everyone's sleeping. This is like the only quiet time right now. And this motherfucker would do this every single day. And it's so loud and it's so compact here that he will literally wake anyone up. Piece of fucking garbage. I mean, I swear this guy's doing it on purpose. Piece of fucking shit. But, that's how some people get off. That's exactly how some people get it. That's an NPC who wants to get reactions out of people like he just got out of me. And they're the Matrix feeds. And again, I'm better about it than most. I try very hard not to be emotional. And again, it's more difficult for 11s than it is for me. And obviously for women, it's extremely difficult for women not to be emotional. They're wired very, very differently. But again, the key in life is knowing what the weaknesses are.